Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be going over information we just got a couple hours ago at this point in time regarding the Flash Season 8 crossover. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'm going to get right into the video because there's a lot here. We know who is in the crossover now. Eric Wallace said earlier today who was in the crossover, a little bit about it. Here are the people who we know are confirmed to be in the crossover, confirmed by Eric Wallace. This does not mean this is it. There very, very well could be other people from other shows. I'll go into that in a minute as to why I'm thinking that. You'll understand why in a minute. People are confirmed who are returning for this crossover or will be crossing over in The Flash for the 5-part crossover. Javicia Leslie, Batwoman. Ryan Wilder, Brandon Ruth as the Atom, aka Ray Palmer, Cress Williams as Black Lightning, which ended, but he will be coming back. I think we kind of already knew that. Tyler Lay as Alex Danvers, Sentinel from Supergirl, which at that point Supergirl will be done. Kat McNamara as Mia Queen, which I'm very excited for. I can't say his name, but Ryan Choi will be in it. Tom Cavanaugh will be reprising his role as Eobard Thawne / Reverse Flash. Very exciting. And the last one we got was Neil McDonough as Damian Dark, who will be returning for the crossover. Eric Wallace also said that these episodes will be a 5-part crossover, which we already know. And it'll all be in the beginning of season 8 of The Flash, November 16th, when it comes back. That these will be the most emotional episodes the show has ever had. And if you don't know by now, the show has had a very heavy emotional episode, or a few of them throughout the show, that were really heavily emotional based, and they really were emotional. So the fact that he's saying these episodes will be the most emotional yet must really tell you something. The crossover will be called Armageddon. And the little bit of description he gave us was a mysterious alien threat shows up, and Team Flash are pushing their limits, trying to save the world, stop this alien threat, which brings in the other heroes / villains returning. Eric Wallace also said the crossover episodes on Flash will be bigger in scale and bolder than anything that's been done on the show before. This is going to be like a big 5-part thing. It's going to be like 5 hours, but only on one show. This is going to be a big thing. Now, something a lot of you didn't realize was that Clark or Stargirl or Kara wasn't mentioned in this, or really a ton of other people. I think I know why for Supergirl. If you look at set photos, you know why. I'm not going to go over them for people who don't want to know. But if you look at set photos, you might know why. I think I might have said that might have spoiled it for you, but you should be able to put 2 and 2 together. Remember, this will air after Supergirl's finale. The reason why I'm thinking it'll be a kind of emotional, like across the board emotional episodes, if they kill off Kara, I don't know for sure, but if they kill off Kara in the finale, I don't know what episode it'll be, I think it's 21 or 22 of season 6, it'll be the finale. We might see Barry and Alex obviously still dealing from that. We don't really know the time span between then and, Supergirl's finale and Flash 801. Hopefully we'll figure that out soon. Or at least, hopefully in 801 we'll figure that out. People were saying that this crossover might take place in the future because Mia's from there, and some people were saying Thawne's from there. But Thawne is in our timeline. You can't say Thawne's gonna, just because Thawne's in this from the future. No, Thawne's in our timeline. He's been there since the last episode. If you watched it, you know that. But the reason why people are saying it's mainly going to be based in the future, minus Mia being in the episode, is because in the comics, the crossover is based in the future. I don't see really why. They could bring in old versions of the characters. They can bring in an old version of Alex, Black Lightning, if he was alive by then. Mia's from like 2040. I'm assuming Black Lightning is like 60. I don't know how old he is, but somewhere around there. You can't tell me he's like 50. But if he's somewhere around there, I don't think he would really be alive by 2040. That's 20 years, he would be 80-ish. Somewhere around there, 70, 80. You can't tell me he would want to put on a superhero suit again when he's... It just doesn't make any sense to me. And also, Ryan Choi, who, if they really wanted to, could bring in an old version of him. But Damien Dark he died twice. He died in Arrow and he died in Legends. People are saying he only died in Legends, but it's like everyone forgot Arrow Season 4. Oliver killed him in Season 4 of Arrow. So, I mean, and he came back in Legends, but that's Legends for you. And then he died in Legends as well. So, I think it's obvious time travels here, because one way or another, either Mia comes to our time, or we bring Barry, Thawne, probably Team Flash, Black Lightning, Adam, Alex, Ryan, and Thawne, which will be our Thawne, to 2040. Which seems more logical to you? I think I'm going to go with the one where Mia comes to our time, instead of having, let alone just Team Flash going to 2040, but also Thawne. Why would Barry, of all people, get Thawne to not only help him, but also time travel with him to the future, and then without a doubt have a fight in 2040, and then come back to our time? That makes no sense whatsoever for the show to do, at all. And considering we know Barry's all against time travel as it relates to his family, he's not going to worry about it. And assuming Nora and Bart are still in 2021, he has no reason to go to the future, at all. And also, how the hell would an alien threat magically message Team Flash and the other heroes that something's going on in 2040? I mean, unless he shows up in 2021 and it's just like, I'm going to 2040, and then they all go to 2040. What's the point? I don't see the point. It's not like there are any heroes in 2040. Obviously, there will be if they're all going to be old people. There's still heroes in 2040. So I really, truly don't see how they can pull off a crossover that's based in the future. I don't see it happening at all. I think the more logical choice, if Eric Wallace wanted to make this a good, legitimate crossover based in the Arrowverse, it wouldn't be us getting a bunch of old people based off the present characters. We would be getting the characters that we all know and love, who actually, look like the characters we know, and it'd just be a crossover. It doesn't need to be based in the future. It would be based in our time. It would be kind of like the Invasion crossover, but they said the alien's more powerful than anything they've ever faced. So I don't see why it would be based in the future. I really don't see that at all. And again, if you're going to argue with me that, it's in the comics, the show most of the time doesn't follow the comics. I would say 70-80% of the time, they don't follow the comics. They take stuff from the comics, sure, but they put it in their own way on the show that makes it apart from the comics, which is why the show is so unique, which is why a lot of people like it. If you don't like it because of that reason, I don't know what's wrong with you, but maybe go look at past seasons. They're pretty damn good if you actually watch it. Which I bet a lot of you don't pay attention to it. I mean, I know a lot of you watch it, just a lot of you probably don't pay attention to it. But I understand why people are hating that Superman isn't in this, Stargirl isn't in this, but at the same time, is it really needed? I don't see why we need Superman and Lois and Stargirl to crossover. The crossover in this crossover. We already know Stargirl's going to be part of the Arrowverse in 209. with Jay crossing over, RJ crossing over. Superman and Lois is already part of the Arrowverse, whether you want to admit it or not, it is. And they're going to be doing more Central City stuff, Superman and Lois Season 2, Todd helping confirm that. So, I really don't see a point in having them cross over. That's just me. But, I truly don't see this crossover taking place in the future. We'll, sure enough, get set photos soon, more than likely, or something going on with the crossover to the point where we can for sure know if this is going to be based in the future, obviously, because if they're old people and they're outside, or, you know, their makeup's like they're like 100 years older than they are now, we'll know. Like, we can notice if they have like gray hair and they normally don't. Like, we'll notice that. So, I guess we'll find out probably within a couple months, maybe a couple weeks. I know they're filming it right now, but whether or not they're filming, like, outside or not is, just, we don't really know what they're doing right now. But I would assume they're just filming everything inside and then doing where their process is after. But, yeah. That's pretty much everything I want to go over. Not that much, but we'll be getting more in a couple weeks, more than likely, and probably a couple months, honestly. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for support. Have a good day. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.